Hello, everybody. Welcome, YouTube. Welcome, Twitch, I guess. Twitch exists. We return with the mid-season finale of ChronoBloom. First off, we are, in fact, lacking one player. Everyone sent well wishes to Loving Sunny. I'm afraid they will not be attending today's session. Everything's all right, just not capable, not in the, doesn't have the ability to play right now. And health is more important than gameplay. With that, I am going to introduce all of the other players. And then we'll get back to me, I guess. Pax, mostly. First off, Kay, who are, what do, where, how, why?
Hey, well, I'm Kay Purcell. I'm a community manager in video games by day and do TTRPG every other chance I get. Find me every Tuesday at Chaotic Wholesome. Chaotic Wholesome Presents on YouTube and Twitch for the Table Talk Show. Save the date, December 17th. I'm doing a thing. It's a charity thing, and I really can't wait to tell y'all who I'm going to be playing with. Find me at PAX. I'm going to be, even if you're not attending, you can watch the Double Bubble Toil and Trouble Tarot and TTRPGs, where I'm going to be panelist, and that's going to be streamed. So PAX 2 to watch that one if you are into that sort of thing. And yeah, I do lots of other stuff, but a lot of it's on hiatus or can't be talked about right now. But find me at PAX. I will have survival bags for all of you, including fidget toys, throat lozenges, and other goods to help you survive.
Amazing. Next up, Rosie. Where, what, how, why, when? Questions. Many questions.
Many questions, many answers. Hi, I'm Rosie, Sweet Rosie B, just about everywhere on the internet. I am a TTRPG performer, showrunner, and soon-to-be character artist. I will be putting out details on commissions soon. Very excited for that. You will be able to find me at PAX U as well. Not on any panels, but I will be running some horror games with Gehenna Gaming, including Kids on Bikes, Trophy Dark, and Call of Cthulhu. I am so excited. Please, please, please know that registration opens at 8 the morning of and usually sells out in like 2 seconds. I will be able to find me on my own channel doing some charity streams for Starlight's 12 Days of Streaming. Early in December, we'll be doing Brindlewood Bay, hosted by Jason Cordova, who wrote the game, and a Tea Time Adventures one-shot that is brand new to their adventure compendium. And then on the 16th, on Girls Run These Worlds, I get to play with Kay as we do a Yule in the Shire adventure one-shot. I'm so excited about that. So lots going on this month. Cannot wait. I'm so excited.
Amazing. And then last but not least, it's Leona. Who are, what do, why, how, and when?
Hi, my name is Leona. You can find me all over the internet at the Leona Maple, including theleonamaple.card.co. I am your friendly neighborhood DEI consultant. I help make your everything better and more inclusive and fun, and I sincerely read, and it's great, and I love my job. I love my job so much. It's great. I am also a TTRPG performer and a Twitch streamer, and you can see me on various channels playing tabletop RPGs, and you can also find me on my Twitch channel too, where I hosted a DEI Q&A a couple days ago, and we talked about bleed, parasocial relationships, and other really amazing things. You get to see that VOD for free. Like, the value of the stuff that I talk about, but you get it for free, like, mind blown. You should see that VOD before it expires, because then it disappears, it goes on Patreon, and then you have to pay money for it. So yeah, that's what I got for you there. That's me. That's all the things. I am playing Parvati Pan Parvati, the unlikely hero who is stressy for her friends right now.
Amazing. Then I believe I'm supposed to say some things. Like, hi, I'm Tav. I do the streaming thing. I am definitely not juggling 20 things because I wanted to get the stream live and I didn't actually check if everything was ready. I'm definitely not frantically opening back up my PDFs that I closed to save on resources while I was doing some secret editing. You can find me here. I do streaming. You can probably your best place to look at that is YouTube. The scuff is real, Grimbert. The scuff is real. You can find most of my stuff on YouTube. I am cross streaming on Twitch. Quality on Twitch will be lower. There won't be subtitles. that isn't me not liking Twitch people. That's Twitch not liking me. Beyond that, I will be at PAX, so come say hi. I was going to have goodies to give out, but there's a very good chance I won't be able to make them because November has been a month. Other than that, in December, watch for my regularly scheduled charity event. I'm probably going to be sending out stuff for that soon. And in January, there's going to be a sponsored Saga stream, which I'll be casting for very soon. I'm very excited for that one. Beyond that, I think we've discussed everything. I think I've said everything I needed to say. So, as I give one final look at the music to double check that it isn't blowing everyone's ears out, which it isn't. Very good. We return to a harbor key in Dockside in New Senate. Here are intrepid heroes met with a person who Kinley thinks they remember, but they don't quite know what they remember them from. Time traveler. You know how it goes.
There's a couple timelines running around in here. It was busy enough before that happened.
Too many. So, however, it turns out that person may have been on Helios' shit list too, much like yourselves, as Helios had dispatched a group of mercenaries to deal with that person. That person made their swift escape, and now it's just the four of you. It's just the five of you versus a bunch of henchgoons. Easy enough. You can handle that. You can until their supervisor invokes something called the Nightfall Protocol, and suddenly they are now all turning into shadows as they consume some kind of combat stim. Yeah, let's go with combat stim. Definitely not a drink that a defiled potion that makes you turn into a shadow monster. And we see all of the mercenaries slowly start transforming as black goop starts oozing out of sides of their armor through the cracks in their armor, and then slowly a black smoke roils forth. They begin bulking up, and then one by one start to collapse, and you're left with a key that is filled with the rifles that have fallen to the ground, pieces of armor that are just strewn around, as if the thing inside the armor has vanished. And then, as you're like, oh, maybe we're safe, shadow begins to roil across the floor and starts coalescing together in a pillar of darkness. And then all you hear is an ear-shattering roar. And that's where we are right now. Just so that we can get our bearings, the twins have been teleported have been pushed out of the time stream by Kinley to keep them safe. Kinley is currently in the key facing off against these security goons, I believe, transformed. And let me just pull up Kinley's character sheet so you can all see that as well. She...
Not transformed for much longer.
Yes.
Oh.
Kinley has one more action left, though, as we established last season finale, I go by the rule that the moment you start... the moment you stop your you are out of transcendent dots, you can push yourself to stay in transcendence for another action. So trade stress for more transcendence, but there is a small, teeny tiny chance that you will eclipse because of it. Kinley's facing off against guards, starting to definitely show wear and tear. Rosie, Hannah is around the corner where Kinley just bamfed her to.
Hopefully no longer blinded. Hopefully enough
is
time has
also-
passed.
and it's also transformed, but I believe you used 0 actions in your transformed self, so you're entirely fresh, correct?
I have not transformed yet.
Oh, I thought you were transforming. You transformed at the end of it. It's untransformed.
Yes.
And that's correct with the chibi. And then finally we have Leona. We have Pan, who is completely powerless in all of this, and is just not having a great time. Well, she sees her new friends getting kind of beaten on. I'm assuming that Pan is currently running down the stairs from the building you were using as a vantage point.
I was muted. Yes, she is in full-on panic mode because she's pretty sure she's the only one who knows what's actually going on in this very moment because of what she has seen and heard and overheard. She's still not quite sure how she can overhear everything, but that's a future problem, future question. Running down the stairs right now is the priority.
Okay, so you are running down the stairs. The rest of you, what do you do as this happens? I'm going to give the floor to Hannah first because Kinley was very active last session, and I believe Hannah has something to say about that.
Hannah, right before she was bamfed, knows what that feels like because Kinley's done it before, and like in her like blinded moment after setting off the device that she'd worked so hard on, but just did not work in the moment due to some very awful dice rolls. She feels that sort of like pulling through through like space and time, and like there's this moment of like no before she is dumped wherever Kinley was, out of sight, but there were 6 militants, as I recall, pursuing Kinley. So I'm sure those will be a problem sooner rather than later. But right now, Hannah's just kind of ducked behind, we'll say, a car, trying to just keep an eye out for whatever impending doom is about to come down the street at her.
But yes, no, it was you haven't transcended, and they haven't seen your mundane form.
Exactly. So I could just be someone
not be
on
an
the
issue for them. Yes.
Right. Though it might be odd to have someone just like in the industrial part of town at like 9:30 at night.
Look, this is the reason I asked so many questions last session about have they seen Hannah? Because Kinley would not have done that had they seen Hannah.
They didn't see Hannah because the thing did go off. So the people that did like look towards Hannah still didn't see her. So none of the 8 have seen Hannah yet, so would not know there's an affiliation. I'm just down by the docks at night. It's a cool place to walk.
Scientific research happening.
Yeah, I'm here to get some supplies.
A cool place to walk with a random malfunctioning flashbang.
That is now in Kinley's hands. So good luck.
I'm sure we should probably not be worried about that at all.
Mm-hmm. So just kind of like keeping an eye out, being cautious.
Okay. So, as you are doing that, you hear from like a little bit away, you hear the and you see as you look towards where that's coming from, you see shadows starting to billow over the rooftops, and it's starting to form into the shape of, well, I mean, those of you who've seen the thumbnail know what is about to happen. A very large shadowy dragon. So I would like and this is not going to get you into any trouble if you fail, but I would just like a flow from Pan.
A flow.
Yes. This is basically to determine
that thing that I have no dots in.
Yeah. So this is to determine how quickly you get into the action.
I have no dots in it. What am I rolling?
So you have no dots. That means you roll 2 dice. You take the lower.
I take the worst of the 2.
You've got 2 options. to gain additional dice. Option 1
Mhm.
is you take a Devil's Bargain, a
Mhm.
Poison Promise, and yes, you can all tell I'm a Forged in the Dark player. I'm a Blades in the Dark player first, Girl by Moonlight second. Gee, it's new. You can take a Poison Promise, which is basically something bad that happens, might not even be related to the thing in the role you're making. Or you can take you can push yourself and take 2 stress to gain a bonus die.
I will push myself and take 2 stress because that feels like Pan right now.
Cool. In that case, go ahead and mark 2 stress and roll 1d6.
All right, 1d6. Fingers crossed. A 5.
5. Okay, so not a perfect success. At a 6, you would have just been in the action right now. At a 5, Kinley, Hannah, and the Shadow Monster will get to do something before you enter. So I'll let you all decide. Who wants to go first?
Well, first I'd like to ask, is this anything that I remember? Have I seen anything like this across any of the timelines?
Good question. You have seen people being consumed. You haven't seen it happen this quickly, and with this much rage. Consumed forming together into like gestalt entities is something you have heard about but have not seen yourself. Those gestalts tend to be, from what you have heard, incredibly powerful, greater than the sum of its parts and all. But you haven't fought one before.
And it's just like, you're not supposed to do that. No.
As Kinley says that, trying to negotiate with the thing, it looks at Kinley almost. It looks at Kinley almost like Kinley is an insect, and just goes and swats at you. And if that, I would like a flow from you to get out of a flow from you.
All right.
Actually, no. This would be a consequence. So,
I mean, I did say at the end of last session I was running.
Oh! So you're not standing still and saying that. You're
no!
running
I caught their attention, and then I was running because I've got one more transcendent action.
Okay, cool. In that case, your transcendent action is a flow to essentially get to bait them.
Yes. Well, I am baiting them, but also trying to lose them. Like,
Perfect.
Let's see. It's a 6.
It's a 6.
Yes.
So, as you feel power starting to wane from yourself, you are now on your 4th transcendent action. I'll let you wait until the next time you need to do need to tap into your transcendence to determine whether you need to push yourself. As you begin hopping away, it swipes like almost a board swipe to throw you into the harbor, and you just dodge out of the way. It lets out an annoyed and
yes, I feel that too.
It starts bounding after you. Hannah, you see Kinley taking off with the thing in its wake. You are essentially at advantage to do something to it now, so +1 die.
Okay.
But also it is chasing after Kinley, who seems like they are slowing down. They're getting tired.
Oh no, my friend. I was bamfed. I'm still mundane. It's only one creature now, and I've seen a corrupted before, and to Hannah's knowledge, they can be reasoned with, because that's how we solved the last one. We forgave it and showed it empathy, and it was okie dokie.
So
But
we're
this
hearing
shouldn't be
this.
any
We're
different.
hearing Hannah say this to herself in
Yeah.
in her inner monologue, and
Yeah.
meanwhile we're hearing Kinley in Kinley's inner monologue.
Ah!
Oh fuck! These things aren't. These things can't be reasoned with. They're just
Right.
anguish, anger, and pain.
There's definitely a disconnect, but Hannah's only seen one corrupted, and we were able to solve that with power of friendship. So I'm going to see that my friend is in trouble, understand that they made great sacrifice for me to not be in the line of danger, but that danger has now shifted to something that in Hannah's mind is still utterly terrifying, but has rules that probably aren't the right rules, but Hannah thinks they are. So Hannah is going to start trailing behind this massive thing. Not in a way trying to like still stay in the shadows, but as starting to trail, just like keeping one hand on that pendant, that bit that Kinley seems ever so worried about, getting ready to transcend at a moment's notice should things start to go south.
Okay, amazing. I'm getting that you want to do an analyze here.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you an analyze. I'll also give you a conceal.
Analyze is better. I have no points in conceal.
No. You're
Oh.
getting them both.
Okay.
The analyze is for figuring stuff out about the shadow dragon. The
Okay.
conceal is for not getting found by the shadow dragon while you're doing this.
Okay.
I will apply the +1 die that Kinley gave by aiding essentially to your conceal roll.
Okay. So analyze will
So
just
let's
be
start with the analyze roll, because you don't need to succeed on the conceal roll to do the analyzing.
Okay. Oof. Okay.
Okay, so
4.
with a 4, you are in a risky position, and you are doing this at normal effect. I believe you are using it to gather information, so you get to ask questions.
Hmm.
With a 4, I'll give you 1 question
Okay.
from your playbook, obviously.
How can I help Kinley?
How can you help Kinley? Honestly, the way it looks like right now, the thing that would help Kinley, that would save Kinley, is an all-out attack using its distraction to take it out.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna feel like doubled down almost. I'm gonna feel good about my yep, I'm going after this. I will transcend if I gotta. Because this thing can be beaten with the power of friendship. We've done it before,
Well,
we can do
dude,
it again.
I mean, that's what you think, yes.
That's what I think, yeah. This is all internal character reasoning. This isn't Rosie, this is Hannah.
Stop! You have so many friends who have so much love to give. Dragon just goes, eats you.
And so then now I have to conceal.
Yes,
I would like to push myself so I get 2 dice in that.
correct.
Okay. And I will take the 2 stress.
You are in a risky position, standard effect.
Come on, conceal. Ugh!
Okay, so that's a failure. Well, it's a poison success,
Yeah.
but that's sadly enough to get in trouble. Let me double check my jam screen, because I always forget the specifics. Right, support materials, playbook series reference. Okay, so you are in a risky position. You're in a risky position. You rolled a 4. You do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer harm, a complication occurs. You have reduced effect, or you end up in a desperate position. I am going to go ahead and say that a complication occurs.
Okay.
As Hannah is following the monster and is focused in on the monster. You don't notice a trash can, and you bump into it. The trash can goes rolling, and there's a boom, 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 boom,
Oh,
and
it's
then for a
loud.
moment, silence.
Oh, no.
And then, Kinley, you see the dragon starting to twist towards Hannah.
Oh dear.
You are now in a desperate position. Leona, it is at this point that the door of the warehouse flies open, and Leona comes barreling out onto the street. You see Hannah just looking mortified at a trash can she overturned. You see the dragon sweeping around towards Hannah. Oh, and fun fact: in the back of your mind, you hear someone. You hear someone yelling, "No, no! Apprehend! Contain! Contain! Do not terminate! Contain!" And the dragon seems like it doesn't give a single flying fuck.
Oof.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what happens when you use monsters.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Huh? Did you think about those consequences, Helios? Did you? Did you?
No, they
Huh?
absolutely did not. I can tell you
No,
that,
you
but I'm
didn't.
not here.
Now you got to deal with the consequences of your actions, Helios. See what happens when you make bad decisions and you fuck up? Yeah.
Sadly enough, I think it's you guys who get to deal with the consequences of Helios'
Oh,
actions.
No, I know, but I couldn't resist the sass. No.
Stop making monsters.
Yeah, Helios, stop making
Stop
monsters,
making
Helios. Stop making monsters, Helios. Get with the
But-
program. Think.
But if we don't make
Use your brain.
monsters, we'll make 1% less profit at the end of the year, and then the shareholders will become the real monsters.
Shareholders
Parvati
were
would like
already
to
the real
snap
monsters.
someone in half if she hears that violently. Gives no fucks. No. Everything is bad. Parvati is very concerned. This is bad. Parvati, bad. All she knows how to do is run down the stairs and then kind of looks around, tries to figure out what to do, says, fuck it, and goes, "Hey, big guy, you looking for me? Come get me. Because it's Pen. It's Pen. Why would they not want Pen? It's Pen."
You probably know what Pan looks like.
They probably know what Pan looks like.
Defy situational bonus +2. You don't want to succeed this one, but you're getting 2 bonus dice because you said the right word.
Okay. What am I rolling? What?
36.
Okay.
If you would like to, okay, so I have a poison promise for you.
Uh-huh.
The poison promise is, as it turns out, their radios are still on.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the poison promise.
But that's not a poison promise because you only give me half of it and you haven't given me the other half. Where's
Oh
the-
yeah, no, I mean,
You.
I figured that was the that made sense. Their radios are still on. Their radios are broadcasting everything you're saying back to headquarters.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Fair. Yeah.
Will you take that for a bonus die?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll 3 dice for me.
This is, oh my god, I've made a decision by coming onto the stream with 4 hours of sleep, and I do not regret it. This is great. This is so good. I'm rolling 3 dice.
Correct.
Okay. And I got
And
plus
once
2.
again, that would basically everyone is playing a game of taunt the monster, and now the squishiest person of the group is having a go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, correct. Wait, and did you say I also get plus 2, or do I just get those 2 dice? I
No,
don't- I
the
don't
plus
quite-
2 is
okay.
after the plus 2 is added into the 3 dice. You would have gotten
The
0
plus-
dice. I gave you plus 2 situational because they are actually very interested in getting Pan back.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I
And
figured.
then the plus 1 is from now the whole city knows you're here.
Hee hee. All right, let's do this thing.
Well, now all of Helios.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, okay.
well, I'm glad because a 5, a 2, and a 2.
I saw
Okay,
the twos
so-
first.
I know. I was very panicked.
So in a risky no, wait. Because of Hannah, you are all in a desperate position right now. So,
Oh,
in a
shit.
desperate position, you do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer severe harm, a serious complication occurs, or you have reduced effect. So first off, it does notice you. Second off, as it's sweeping towards you, as it's sweeping towards Hannah, its head crosses crosses the place where you are. So it stops, and then it starts.
Does it shoot lasers?
And
Oh, no.
a
Oh, no.
ball of
Oh, no.
shadowy energy starts forming where its mouth is.
Oh no, it's the
And-
Godzilla mouth laser beam. Everybody
Yeah,
watch out.
basically it looks down at you, and that really annoying thing that is yelling at it. It doesn't care about Pan. Who the fuck even is Pan? In your head, you hear someone panicked yelling, "Priority target defined. Do not engage. Do not engage." And then
Yeah, I don't think
the radio
That's radio, bro.
cuts out as
Yep.
a flash of light hits you, and you are going to be taking a level 3 harm.
Ooh.
Owie.
We'll call that
Owie.
incinerated.
No!
I will inform the rest of the group that they can in fact attempt to stop this.
And links. You have links.
I have links. I have one link with everyone. Does that help reduce this?
In fact, you can with a link spend a link with a transcendent ally to allow them to ignore the effects of a single harm tag until their transcendence ends.
Mhm.
That is not
That's
that
no
would
good.
not help you. Helping, you may spend a link to give someone a bonus action, recover stress. No, none of the links will work. However, there is the option of protecting, which is step in, face danger on behalf of a teammate, step in to suffer the consequences in their place. You may roll to resist as normal if you wish. I will say that the only person in position to protect would be Hannah. And Hannah is a guardian.
I am. In this moment, could I, seeing it turn its attention from me to Pan?
Oh yeah, it's
Can I take this moment to
turning.
Yeah, can I snap into my transcendence?
Oh, you absolutely can.
Okay.
Do it.
So I'm gonna look. The dragon is now not facing me. It's locked onto Pan. It's attacking Pan. So I'm going to look at Pan, smile, like hold out a hand, and as I do, from fingertips all the way up through the rest of my body, just do my transcendence. So it's almost like vines that wrap around, and in their wake leave purple petals that coalesce into this purple trench coat and outfit. Long purple hair with 2 braids that now sport pink flowers that match Kinley's. The pendant around the necklace goes up into a hair clip, and a purple visor with readouts pops up over where her glasses would have been. And I don't know what I can do to help here. I'm going to try to protect Anne.
Okay. So as you protect, you see that beam starting to form. You start doing calculations. Can you be there quick enough to punch its face to have the beam go sideways? Possibly, but honestly, that's a risky move to do. Can you pull Hannah out of there? Beam will travel at light speed, and it seems to be almost charged up. Not a good idea. Can you interpose? Yes.
Are there trees or any sort of plants, or are we near the dock where like kelp might be? Or is there any plant life I can sense in this moment?
This is an area that is pretty dead.
I know.
There is probably some plant life like in the water, but it'd be very weak.
It'd be very weak. I'm just trying to mess it up a little bit. I know I'm not going to be able to completely avert this attack, but I would like to reach down into that plant life, which I'm going to assume is like kelp or something long and stringy, and try to have it just briefly wrap around the dragon's mouth. Just shoot it up and have it just alter the course of where this beam is going.
Right, so you calculate that one, and just like going in for a swing against it, that'd take too much time.
Okay. I want then my transcendence to be loud in some way, so that it is again distracted.
Transcendence isn't silent to begin with, so yes.
Right. So just making it extra flashy, extra like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm something, and you technically could use here for you. Here.
That's what I'm trying to narratively get there.
Yeah.
So what would I do want to use here for you. So I'm trying to protect Pan. I will expend the special armor to resist.
Yeah, so what we're seeing is Pan, you see this beam starting to form, and then there's a flash of darkness. Just a sudden absence of light. And you ready yourself to essentially become particle mist. At which point there is a sudden blue light that shines in front of you, and you see the black beam just break apart over it. And you see Hannah just drop down for a second, but begin to stand up ready to do whatever. This isn't even a transcendent action. You still have 4 of those left.
Nice.
But your armor is gone.
Yep, I've marked that. And I'm just gonna like make my not that I mean Hannah's tall but not like big, but just like completely interpose myself between this maleficent looking thing.
Oh
and
yeah,
Pan.
that is definitely part of the inspiration there.
I think Pan is like, thank you, and immediately bolts. Like,
go.
Realizes that, like, yes, she did a dumb thing, and yes, it was worth it, but also, oh my god, and so dips.
Woo.
You're
muted.
I hope I wasn't muted for a lot of the descriptions, right?
Everything after what Pan said, we did not hear.
Yeah.
Wait, everything after which bit that Pan said?
Well,
just the running.
Yeah. Okay, cool. In that case, yeah, I was talking about the descriptions with Hannah. So I don't know how that randomly muted itself, but we won't have to deal with that right now. Right now, we have to deal with the fact that Pan, you dive into cover. That is part of Hannah's action. You are now in cover behind like a container. Hannah, you are standing your ground, facing off against this maleficent-looking motherfucker, and panting as the wave of energy that you just released. You lose that bit. Kinley. Yeah, 2 people you really want to protect have now put themselves into harm's way. What does Kinley do?
All right. So
you are now, by the way, at a +1 to attack that creature if you wanted to, because it's not focused on you.
So here's the thing. A very strange thing happened at towards the end of last episode, which is that Kinley was given a phone, which Kinley has not owned in a very, very long time. And, you know, there was a little concern about, is this a date? Is this a murder? But Kinley being the eternal, Kinley being the eternal optimist, assumed it was a date and everything would be fine. And I would like to use my rewind return feature because, well, the twins had said they were coming along. They were tagging along. There's been some family drama there. And when they said they were, you know, coming along, they were insisting, Kinley would have liked, Kinley reached out to Awa and was like, can you help me find Giovanni so that we can maybe try to fix that? and had arranged for Giovanni to meet them just around the docks after the date.
Ooh.
Okay, before I go, before this goes hog wild, what is it that you, Kay, are trying to accomplish here?
So basically, this is big and out of control, and Kinley, so basically, I'm trying to fight with the fact that there's a different timeline that Kinley hasn't been in, but kind of has memories of. And I feel like, with this new thing, Kinley is like, things are we're out of my timeline. Things are going to happen that I don't know, and I want... The original thought was we'll try to mend bridges, but with that not happening, obviously, someone who can tell us more about what the fuck this is and why it's here, because it shouldn't be here at this time.
Hmm.
And if it doesn't go the way I want it to go, that's fine.
That's completely fine. I'm just thinking how I would how I would use that here. I have been stumped. Kay has done the stumping. I'm trying. I'm not sure how much use Sonny, how much use the twins' father would be in this case.
He's part of the research, so he should be able to tell us a weakness or whatever. Or if nothing else, see the terrifying things that he's unleashed, and maybe fix his damn self.
Have a ready spaghetti.
Exactly.
Okay.
Even if this is a long game play.
Okay, I'll call that a something. I'll call it likely that Kinley would have done that, so it would be a one stress flashback. But
Then it's
instead
a free
zero.
flashback because I have one
Correct.
less stress with rewind, return.
Correct.
Because timelines are kind of my thing.
Yeah. So as this is all happening,
And I like skid to a stop, see that this is like, oh no, hold tight, drop transcendence.
Oh.
okay.
And we'll go to try and find my friend's father.
You're dropping your transcendence here.
Dropping my transcendence.
Okay. So as you round the corner and you see a car that has just parked, and you see the twins' father step out of it. He looks at you. What are? And then the power washes over you, and why are? And then
So that's happened. You know anything?
What did you do?
I didn't do that. You people did this.
What?
I got the twins to safety, but I don't know for how long they'll be there. Can you help us? Information, anything. This is bad.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a. Whew, what move are you trying to pull on him?
I mean, that could be a confess, I think. I could do an empathize. I could argue for forgive, like you fucked off before, but I forgive you. Gonna help us now? I don't know what you want.
The way you're coming at him, I'm calling it a defy probably.
All right, I can do that.
Yes.
See how this goes.
You would be considered in a. Actually, you've rounded the corner. I'll call you in a controlled position. Normal effect.
So that's a 5.
Nice.
Okay, 5 in a controlled position. You can do it with a minor consequence. So either a minor complication occurs, you have reduced effect, you suffer lesser harm, or you end up in a risky position. I'll say that the minor consequence is. Very simple. You are out of the fight for a bit because you're talking to him, and as you get back, you are in whatever position the other two players put it in.
Hannah is learning to transform out of good things, so I trust Hannah to have this for a moment.
Cool. In that case, what? We caused this?
They said Operation Fall, Night, Darkness, something, and they drank a thing, and then two of them, they got consumed, and then they merged, and then Dragon.
Nightfall's experimental. That
And we are being experimented on. Can you fix it?
It's live test.
Not with what I have.
Can you tell us how to fix it?
Takes out a phone, starts starts typing something, and then pick up. Nightfall? Really? And as an argument erupts over the phone, we swing the camera back to Pan and Hannah, who are now standing together in face of what seems like a very angry dragon, who has not been hurt yet. So I will be starting a clock.
No shit.
Oh, yes. We'll call it a very short one, because this dragon is not the most patient dragon. It's a four-part clock. First part is colored in, and it's called The Dragon Loses Interest.
Ooh.
And I'm sure you understand why this would be problematic.
Oh, yeah. I have a follow-up question, actually.
Shoot.
Because Hannah helped me out, am I no longer level 3 incinerated?
Correct. She took the damage for you and then siphoned that damage off into her armor. That's what Guardians do.
Okay. So I'm not even injured at all.
Yeah.
Correct.
You're fine.
Oh,
You're good.
Okay. Oh, wow. I thought it was like maybe like a level 1 or 2, but okay.
He's
Wow.
good to have a guardian friend.
He's nice.
Yeah, that's the benefit of Protect is basically it takes everything and then the person who takes it now has to deal with it. And based on how I'm seeing that teamwork action work, you could technically do one person protects a person and then another person goes, no, it protects that person.
That's very
The hilarious part is I believe that's up until and including the person who was protected in the first place.
Yep, that sounds very magical, girl. Yep, that sounds about right.
Just So, given that you are not hurt, what are you doing?
I believe Dr. Undercover started to run, but running doesn't really, like, fix the issue. And I think Pan is, like, trying to think really super hard and is like, come on, like, I was there. I know about this thing. What do I know? Like, surely Pan is like, dear God, if my brain had access to the entire database of Helios, surely somewhere in my brain at some point, a micron of data passed that explained how to deal with this darn thing. And she's just like, how do I get my brain to work? What's next?
Cool. So, it sounds like you're trying to gather information here.
Yeah.
And I'll call that an analyze with a situational +1.
Okay. Sounds good.
Because you have done this before. Either if you want, I have a poison promise, which is you can literally rack your brain, taking the brain racked harm, which would be a level 1 harm, or you could take 2 stress to push yourself. Because you're essentially trying to get data to flow through your brain that your brain has safeguards put in place for.
Yeah, I think.
So you
feel
can
like
just roll 2, take the lower, or you can do any of those.
Oh no, you can roll 1 because situational bonus, and
Oh,
then
that's right.
roll
Apologies.
another 1 if you want to either take stress or take a level 1 harm.
I think Han is going to take the 2 stress. That feels like a thing that she would do, so that she can roll
Seems
the
reasonable.
2 dice. And I think she's also maybe fishing for the thing Kinley gave her, because she's like in the most like silliest of ways, like takes out that thing and like sticks it against her forehead to be like, I don't know, maybe this will do something.
That's how it worked for Hannah. So.
Did I nearly murder you, Kay? Is that what just happened?
I just got a little bit of jasmine tea up my sinuses. It's fine.
Oh
It's
no!
inside.
So-
That's not where that
Quick
belongs.
question: are you okay?
Good.
Yeah, are you okay?
We're good. We're good.
Okay. All right. 2d6.
During frickin' Starfinder, I put half a thing of whiskey. Why is that cocked? How are digital dice cocked?
It likes doing that. It's a 5 and a 3.
Wait, I want to hear the story though. You did what to a thing of whiskey?
I was taking a sip of whiskey. There was a comment about getting the penis pump. Whiskey went immediately directly up my nose and sinuses, and like they
Oh,
were very
no.
clear for hours.
Ooh.
But it was a very painful clearing of the sinuses.
Oh.
So yes, tea is
That's so
Imagine. But yeah, so as you rack your brain, you get you for a moment you make connection to the mainframe. You hack the planet.
Oh my gosh.
For a moment, you make connection to the mainframe,
So bad.
and information starts flooding through your brain. You mostly get all of this stuff in flashes. You get a flash of a project file that has Project Nightfall on it. You get a flash of essentially it's an untested rapid variant of the power rail formula, which means actually very little to you, but probably means oh fuck to the rest of the players. As part of the file, it hypothesizes that if multiple people at the same time use it, it essentially overwrites every part that makes a normal consumed reversible, and it just shoves it all together in what they call the Nightfall weapon. But
Right.
in original tests, which of course would have been done with with lab creatures rather than humans, they found that the thing would the creatures would go on try to go on a rampage and then would have to be contained. The file theorizes that this is because those creatures don't have human intelligence.
Yeah.
However, it also says to be researched, and then in big bold letters underneath it, it says not for use in real world operations.
Yeah. No. She figured that part felt obvious. But how did they contain the animals?
So the thing that they used ended up being these things are even more vulnerable to light than regular consumed are. So they ended up using hard light constructs, essentially like holographic walls, but ones that are actually physically in space as well. And they found that is the one thing that thing couldn't bash through. Which now you roll back and you see, you remember the shield that Hannah threw up against it, and you realize, wait, Hannah might not realize that she used Heart Light against it, but that was Heart Light. And that's the only reason you two both aren't toast.
Well, sheesh. Where can I find more of that?
Good question.
She's like, smacks the thingy against her forehead again, like, okay, come on, almost there. More.
Can you go ahead and give me a quick fate roll? Just a luck
Yeah,
roll,
absolutely.
1 die, please. While that happens, by the way, what does Hannah do? You see Pan go. Okay, that's cocked on my screen. What does it say on your guys' screen?
3.
3.
3. Okay, cool. Hannah, as you see Pan just do. And one of the times when she does that, you see her eyes flare up for a second, and as she gets all the info dump that I just gave her, but then the light dims again, and she's just back to.
Oh god. Just breathe. You've got this. Do not be afraid, or else this will not go well. But like I'm like keeping eye contact with the dragon as I say that.
I'm not afraid. I'm pissed.
That's also not great.
Oh, okay. Oops.
The dragon, meanwhile, is giving you a long, hard look, and it's like, you know how cats stalk prey?
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to stalk around you, trying to figure out where did that barrier come from and how can it take you out. But as you two seem to not be giving it any attention, I will be marking another segment in the dragon loses interest.
No, we're trying to solve the problem, I swear.
I mean, I've been like keeping eye contact with it. I'm like making sure I'm always between it and Pan. So I'm engaged. I'm just like making sure Pan also doesn't make the same mistakes Hannah has.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do, or shall I go back to Kinley and Twin Dad?
I just want to yell at it.
Okay,
Right.
that sounds
Do
like a
it.
defy.
Yeah, I'm just like, nope, absolutely. This is not what you need to do. This is not what you're meant to be. Stop it.
Drop it. Drop the shadow form.
No.
No.
The dice have been so unkind, so I would like to
Right?
push myself so I can roll 4. Just
Go on.
Okay, go ahead and push yourself. That puts you up to 5 stress at this point.
yes, it will.
I'm definitely.
Good lord.
You're currently in a desperate position, so go ahead and mark Sun. You get to level up one of your abilities.
Oh, heck yeah.
But as you do that, you are rolling a 4 in a desperate position. So you do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer severe harm, a serious complication occurs, or you have reduced effect. So first off, you try to taunt it, and it basically looks at you, and it begins sniffing, and as it does so, you realize it seems to be like sniffing for how much power you have left.
Oh, that's fun.
And then it looks it gives you another look that tells you it has realized that you are out of barriers, and it just dashes forward and it's going to slam you into into the side of a wall.
Ouch.
Yeah, so that would be a 3rd level harm,
Woo.
and we'll call that broken ribs.
Oof.
Oh no.
Broken ribs.
So, question is always, you can always attempt to resist, but that is what is happening, and it is you have not successfully gotten the dragon to gain its interest back, because after it's done that, it is actually going to start turning around and start looking at the city, and you can almost see it. You can see it does that lip licking thing that cats do.
Can you remind me how to resist? Because I think I want to try to.
Okay, so when you resist, you choose what you are resisting. You resist per consequence. The two consequences that you have are right now essentially one, harm, and two, the second consequence is the fact that the dragon is about to start heading towards the city. It would be like 2 ticks on the dragonless interest.
I do not want the dragon to head towards the city. As a guardian, I do not want the dragon to head towards the city.
Can I help somehow? Is there anything I can do?
Yes, you can in fact protect.
Okay, yeah.
You
can also spend a link to add a D1 to her roll.
Yeah. Let's do that.
That is correct. That is helping. So that would add a D1 to their resistance roll, which I'll call this like both of them are essentially physical resist, so I'll call them both sun.
Okay. So that's 4 because someone's helping me. So 46?
Correct.
Okay.
Come on, RN Jesus.
Ooh.
That's 6. You don't take stress. The next question is, do you also want to resist the damage it's doing to you?
I don't trust my dice that much, so I'm gonna stay broken.
Well, then, in that case, I am going to ask, does Pan want to protect?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So, as the dragon begins its swing, we see Hannah just look at it, fix eyes, let loose one punch toward it. It doesn't seem to do anything to the dragon, but it annoys it. And the dragon is now fully focused on destroying these little worms. And it reaches out with a claw and it begins its swipe towards Hannah. Hannah, you think you're done for. As you are. Until someone steps in front of you. What does Pan say?
Pan says, trying to decide if it's sincere or sassy. That is the pause.
Yes.
Sin sassy.
Sin sassy.
Okay, no las dos.
Yes. Over here, you mealy-mouthed Helios hole. It's not great. She came up with it on the fly.
Doing with this dragon.
Yeah, so as you say that, all of you see the arm crash into Pan, and everyone gasps for a moment as you all think, "Oh my God, Pan is about to be obliterated off the face of the earth." Probably using Hannah as the thing to pancake her.
I got you.
As that arm slams into her, it stops as if it's forced against an immovable object, and we see Pan begin to the heart begin to flash as we start Pan's transformation. And as Pan is fully transformed now, describe what your transformation looks like.
Hen's transformation is full of hope and light and radiance. It is full of optimism and determination and a need to prove herself and to not be broken and to be powerful and magical and to fully become Parvati, a goddess embodiment, a protector, and many other things that she is feeling that flow through her that she has not felt in a very long time, if ever, but that feels oh so right. It is multitudes. It is deeper than a data stream flowing through her brain. It doesn't just consume her brain, it consumed her whole body in a warm way, in a hopeful way, in a way that is full of love and passion and fire, but a good fire. And yeah, not today.
And as you do
motherfucker.
this,
Today.
Hannah, your visor was tracking like vital stats for Pan because you were and you still had it set to all the old settings that you just had for medical attention. As she stands in front of you, you see nothing, and then suddenly a spike in power level as
It's over
It's-
9,000.
it seems like whatever.
This isn't even her final form.
As it seems that whatever was collecting from in power, like all of the kindness, all of the good that Yule had done around her while she was at ours, wasn't actually being sucked away. It was being sucked into a single point, a singularity that now explodes, and a shockwave of light bursts out. The dragon is shuffles back as it is being hit by that, and all of that pure love, the opposite of what it itself is. Han, go ahead and discard only mortal and mark hero's destiny, as you have taken on your hero's destiny, and you have now activated your final form. And as we get ready for the dragon to get the pummeling of its life, sounds like a good moment to take a break. We'll be right back after these messages. The messages are, there are no messages! Goodbye. Hello, everybody. We are back, and Kinley keeps transforming. Well, when we transition back because of something I set up, but also Kinley is no longer transformed. So,
But I like being a deer person.
I've got bad news for you. You should have thought of that before using all of your abilities.
Well, they did come in very handy.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. Anyway, as we return, we see a massive dragon that has just tried to slap Hannah into another zip code, who has been just flat out stopped by Pan, who is now transformed. And, well, take it away, Pan.
Yeah, Pan said, "Not today, Satan." I don't know what to tell you. She is dressed in unlike anything you've ever seen before. It is. It's hard to even describe because I don't think even Pan could explain where it comes from, because it comes from a place deeper within herself and maybe her childhood that has been locked away for a very long time. So even Pan does not have the words to describe what she looks like right now. But she is beautiful and she is powerful. And she is in her element, which is an element she did not know that she had. I think it occurs to her that something is different about her and that something about her feels more whole. And I think there's almost like a sense of relief on her face. But there's also a sense of fury and determination of like, okay, well, I'm here now. And absolutely not. Not today. Not today. Not on Pan's watch. No. And that's where she's at.
Okay.
And she's just kind of, I think, like, you know, like when superheroes like do that thing where they do like some crazy move and then they're just kind of like standing there taking deep, heavy breaths.
Okay, so as you transform, you unlock something in yourself. First off, you gain an ability that as for a second you tap back into the computer that you were a part of. You can essentially use flashbacks to gather information, and depending on how deep that information goes, the flashback is going to be more costly or less costly.
Wow.
So that is first off a thing. It has to be information that the city has gathered, though. So
yeah.
To be fair, that's most of the information. But still.
Yeah.
Second off, you, as a part of unlocking that part of yourself, you're also re-unlocking a bunch of skills. Go ahead and mark 5 dots in any ability.
Oh boy.
And tell us where you're putting those.
Okay. 5 dots, huh?
5 dots.
Let's do as I think very hard about where to put them. Copy. Okay, so I should have done that during the break. It's fine.
No worries. Take your time.
I think we will put one in analyze.
Okay. Seems reasonable.
Right. We'll put one in defy.
Okay.
We'll put one in conceal.
Mm-hmm.
How many do I have left? 2?
You have 2 left. I'm counting with you.
And you can you can do a second and analyze if you want. So you're like super like.
Yeah, that's what
I'm not wondering whether I'm counting or whether I'm doing the Hunger Games salute.
Oh dear. Yeah, let's do one more and analyze. And express, perceive, and flow. I don't know. I think we'll put one more in empathize. That feels like her.
Okay.
Aww.
I just realized your sheet isn't active, so people aren't seeing you do all this. I'll mark your sheet as
Womp womp.
active. There we go. Now people can also see you doing this. Then next up, you unlock. You are looped into the transcendence of. You're looped into the transcendent powers of Awa. And that means you gain a transcendent dot in empathize, in forgive, and in flow.
In empathize, in forgive, and in flow.
Okay. I am double checking one thing. No. Okay. Then finally, you gain a transcendent ability. And because you're the unlikely hero, you get to pick your transcendent abilities from every other playbook. Which one are you picking for your first transcendent ability?
I am picking a move called How Dare You. When you strike back against someone who has harmed one of your friends, gain +1 effect. If your action succeeds, you recover 1 stress. From, I'm pretty sure, the Guardian
Effect!
That's a Guardian one.
I thought it was +1 dice. Effect is nasty.
Yeah, +1 effect.
Yeah, that puts you in
It's a
great
good
effect
ability.
against most things. That is gonna be spicy in a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. I think we have done everything. So now, would you like to use How Dare You? Because that thing has definitely triggered its. That thing has definitely triggered the requirements there.
Yeah. Yep. No, absolutely. Let's do some How Dare You, because she's very How Dare You right now. Like, this is the epitome of How Dare You. Let's be very clear. Everything that is
Surrounding
happening
myself with guardians.
Yes. Everything
You need
that
it.
is deeply How Dare You.
I don't know what you're talking about.
With how much Kindly likes to put themselves in danger, yes.
Yeah, huh?
I don't put myself in danger. I run away from danger.
But only after the danger is paying
By the way,
attention.
for all of those of you watching, Pan's new ability, Hero's Destiny, means that they gain +1 dice when rolling for Eclipse, so less likely to eclipse. But they may only transcend when an ally suffers a consequence from an action. And they immediately mark 1 transcend. Oh! No, transcendent ability, not transcendent attribute. I keep getting messed up by those.
I never suffer consequences, so I'm sure that will never occur.
Kinley's never known a consequence.
Never known a
Yeah,
consequence.
you all didn't suffer like 10 consequences this entire
We
time.
were counting my dots, and I'm like, yeah, episode 1 was real bad for Kinley.
To be fair, that was partly also you just going, hurt me.
I was trying to protect people. I'm just not a guardian.
Anyway, how are you striking back at this evil? And
Go ahead.
I am going to go ahead and start another clock.
Uh-oh.
No, this is a good one. You want to fill this one.
Okay.
We'll call it a 10-segment clock. And it's called The Dragon is Slain.
Ooh,
Ooh. Okay.
we like it. She knows that the magical light so far has been the most
8-segment.
powerful. 8-segment, okay. Has been the most powerful and like useful thing against the dragon, and so she's like, okay, how do I get more of that?
You're a magical girl now.
Yeah. So do I like I don't think she knows what that means though. Like, can she shoot lasers of it at the dragon? Like, is that an option?
Honestly, at this point, I think what you have right now is what's the baby called in Incredibles?
Jack.
Yeah, what you've got now is Pan is essentially the baby Jack of magical girls, where whatever Pan. I almost call her Pan. Whatever Pan thinks is, oh, I'm just going to do this for now, while she hasn't really figured out what her abilities can and can't do. It could happen. It could cause additional stress to you because you're trying to do something that you really shouldn't do, but it can happen.
Oh, I love it. That's so fun. I think she like sticks her hands out in front of her and is like, Radiant Blast! As if she's on some sort of cartoon TV show, because she has no clue. Aiming at the dragon like, Radiant Blast!
This is some League of Legends stuff. I'm into it.
I'm gonna be like holding your shoulders because like you got pushed into me and just like, I got you.
Okay. Pan.
She's like,
Yeah, just
So as you're doing, I'll call that a defy.
sure.
Does anyone
works.
want to spend a link with Pan to give Pan bonus dice?
heck yeah, I do.
Technically, by the way, everyone who has links with Pan can spend links with Pan right now to give bonus dice.
Because yeah, I would love to spend my link with Pan.
Okay, so
You've already
Rose?
got increased effect, right?
yes. However,
So
when you hit, what increased effect does is essentially it means that more boxes get ticked when
Yeah.
when you
So-
succeed. You still want
so-
to succeed.
Can you double up on increased effect?
We're going to be right back after these messages. I just need to quickly check in the PDF how increased effect works. I miss
But can
I
we
miss
stack it? Yeah, we're thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Can if we increased effect an increased effect, does that work?
Ooh.
Or is it like advantage in 5e where you've got advantage, you can't
Oh,
extra advantage?
so here's the thing.
Mhm.
I haven't read Hero's Destiny fully because I think this is because they changed it in the rules.
Oh.
Hero's Destiny. You have embraced your heroic destiny. You gain increased effect when fighting your most powerful foes. Gain +1 die when rolling while in Eclipse. Oh, it's +1 die when rolling while in Eclipse. So you become really powerful when you're eclipsed.
Interesting.
You may only transcend when an ally suffers consequences from this action. Immediately mark transcendent ability on your playbook when you gain this ability. So you're already trying to double up on increased effect. And now I need to figure out what that does. Position effect and consequences.
We're just gonna one-shot the dragon. It's fine, everyone. It's fine.
We got this.
Yeah, because I heard you say, increased effect. That's I'm like, wait, are we spending links to double the increased effect?
Greater to extreme effect.
I'm still trying to find the rules for increased effect.
Again, if you can one punch man this dragon, I am here for it.
Hey, this is all still increased effect. Evaluating effect. Okay, so there are 3 effect levels: limited, standard, and great. Limited, you achieve less than you expect. Standard, you achieve what you would expect. Great, you achieve more than expected. It doesn't seem like it stacks. However, because that is bullshit, I am going to go ahead and say that it'll stack, and it'll essentially normally the way great effect works is that you take an additional slice of the clock, or even and less effect means that you wouldn't take a slice at all or take only one slice. I'll say that with the amount of effect you're having, on a regular success, you would take 4 slices. 1 for effect, 1 for standard effect, 2 for your greater effect, and then 4 for the next step of greater effect. If you crit or gain one more greater effect somehow, I'll say that you can One Punch Man it.
Oh my god.
Keep in mind, you still need to succeed.
Yeah.
It's a defy, and then I've spent my link to give you an extra die.
Okay.
So Pan
So
at
I
this
will-
point has 2 dice.
I will spend my link to give you an increased effect.
Okay. So Pan currently has 2 dice and is rolling with 3 layers of increased effect.
I'm so nervous. I am so nervous.
Come on,
Would
RNG,
you like
just
to push yourself?
get an extra dice.
Yes.
You don't want to fail this.
One Punch Man it. One Punch Pan it. One Punch Pan it.
Fun pen.
One Punch Pan it.
Whoa!
There's a 6 in there. There's a 6 in there.
It isn't a crit, but you didn't need one because of the increased effect. You are in a desperate position. Go ahead and mark Sun Experience. And as
Like
you
one
pull
dash and
back,
sun?
you feed every last bit of all that energy that you just got. You feed all of it into your hands, and you go. I guess I have laser beams now.
Aim this way.
As you're doing this, you look around and you see that Kinley has collapsed to the ground and then started rising into the ground. A single light beating in front of her chest and slowly pushing light towards you. We see you turn back behind you as you feel this another surge of energy pull into your back. That energy rushes through you, energy given freely by both of them, and then blasts out. Everything is lit like the sun has just come up, which goes off as soon as it came back. However, when you fall down to the ground, your power is still surging through you, but you feel it starting to drain out again as the threat seems to be gone now. There is no dragon. It's just flat out obliterated. It doesn't exist anymore.
He's gonna look at
Take
Giovanni.
that,
Did you
Helios.
do that? Oh,
Giovanni is on the phone. It was on the phone. Okay, get containment teams. No. Okay,
Hannah.
I'll get back to you. We're
I
not
put the
done
phone
with
down.
this discussion yet. And play.
he runs off.
And he is going to make his way to his car, and he goes, I'm going to have a very nasty talk right now with some people. We'll be in touch. And door
Oh, the
slams.
press conference say we did good.
Door slams. Drives away. Just
I
drives
tried to
right.
eat your tails for it. Okay.
Kinley, you see Pan standing in the middle there, like looking at the smoking hands where like all of that energy just coursed through. Pan, you are not hurt, but your energy is draining, and that part of you that triggered when Hannah was in danger is now telling you, oh, everything is fine. So the adrenaline is leaving your body as we speak. You still have 3 transcendent abilities left, technically, but practically, you are going to probably go down soon.
Can
Yeah,
we like?
she's
it's
running low on juice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
can
can
we,
let
like-
it go as well at this point.
Kinley like skids to a stop in front of both of you and is like about to be like, Hannah, you did. Oh, look. God, I love those earrings. Those are magnificent. Where did they?
Thanks.
She has magical powers
I-
again. They're back. It's
Yeah,
back. It's not empty.
It's off
I-
the charts.
I have
It's
no
only
idea
9,000.
where the earrings came from. Oh, I need a nap.
A pop culture reference. I'm so proud.
like how?
As she says, "Ooh, I need a nap." You all see that the heart on her head start to like flicker,
Oh.
and then Rosie, you see the power level like drop as soon as it as quickly as it came, and around you just the entire outfit fades away, and you.
I'm good to ready to try and catch her.
I
I did-
assumed you would, and honestly, at this point, I would like to call for a flow by both Hannah and Kinley, just to see who gets there first.
All right.
This is not going to
Alright.
affect you in any way unless both of you roll once. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, should I?
No, you jinxed it.
No, that's a 5 from Kinley.
5 from Hannah.
Oh, correction, 5
2
from
from
Hannah
Kinley,
because
yeah.
Hannah doesn't have. Hannah has flow.
I only have flow when transcended, but I still am transcended.
You are still transcended. You are. So you had to roll. You got to roll 1 die.
Yes, which I did.
And what did you roll?
5.
Okay. Kinley also rolled a 5, didn't
No,
see
Kinley
that?
rolled a
And you
2.
rolled a 2.
Oh.
Kinley was further away and very focused on the earrings.
Yeah, Kinley is like
Fair.
running that way. Goes like, oh,
Ooh,
I should.
shiny.
And then Hannah just already grabs.
I saw the power level dip, so I
Yeah.
might have known that
Yeah.
that was going to happen.
Kinley just kind of like stops a moment and like seeing that, Pan is good and safe, then looks up over Hannah again and is like, we're becoming quite capable.
I'm doing my best.
You're
Doing
doing
how-
great.
How are you
Oh.
feeling?
Oh, tired. Good. I can't believe that Pan did all that. That was.
Oh, that
What was that?
I'm so proud of the both of you. Where are Alto and Aya?
Head pat.
Oh,
You sent them into the time thingy. Can't
Yes,
you
but
just pull them
normally
back
they're
out?
back by now. It's like a boop boop.
They didn't boop boop.
Did they run?
Maybe they're back at Awa.
Can I feel
Mm,
them in my void?
Yeah, as you start to reach out, go ahead and give me an analyze.
maybe Pan very tiredly. Maybe they're also taking a nap.
I mean, they deserve one.
Oh.
Oh, that's a
They do.
natural one. This fits.
Oh.
Yeah, you reach out and you just used up all of your power. And that time stream power you have is a power you usually use when you're transcended. So normally you can sort of feel it out, but you don't feel the twins anywhere.
That's. Ooh. That's not good. Huh. This is new. Maybe it's not bad.
I mean, they're safe.
Vague panic
right?
behind the eyes.
Finley, they're safe, right?
Well, no one's ever
And
been
that's not-
harmed in my time pocket.
As that happens, one of the doors to the warehouses swings open behind you, and there's this waft of coffee that comes out of it.
Oh. Oh, certainly. She
Good.
couldn't get us here, but she. Come on. Let's get out before they send reinforcements.
I'm like half carrying Pan.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh my god, I smell food. Mm.
Yes.
Thank
As
you.
she, like,
Yeah.
stumbles.
The garden.
Yes. She like stumbles forward.
You
As you all walk through the door, Kinley has the rear, and as Kinley is starting to close the door, you see three VTOLs flying over the bay towards coming from one of Helios's compounds and flying towards
Yeah.
the docklands.
I think Kinley like hesitates as long as he can, just like looking at where they sent the twins out of time and just seeing, and he's like, "Oh, please be safe." And we'll close the door.
Yeah. So as we move forward, those VTOLs fly in, land. They start setting up a perimeter around the docklands, and everything's fine. The twins do not bamf back into existence there. However, as you are now back in the bookshop, Awa actually has as you enter the bookshop, there's an additional door there now, and as you open that and you walk in there, it's
my portal. Where are they?
not quite. As you walk in there, you see the room itself doesn't look like anything you would have put together. It looks much more like the room of a probably like 9, 10, maybe 11-year-old girl. Like posters for celebrities around the walls. And Pan, would you tell me what your character's childhood room would have looked like?
Oh, golly. I don't think Pan knows, and I don't think I know. So I think, therefore, that means that this is the closest guesstimation.
So very stereotypical, childhood room kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like oddly neutral, but also stereotypical, which is fine. It does have a lot of the pinks that you saw Pan wearing in her transcended form. It does have similar textiles and textures and like things that are clearly beautiful and meaningful to her. So it's full of very warm colors. It's very cozy and cushy. And there's like lots of pictures on the walls, lots of graphic art. It is, in a lot of ways, the exact opposite of what her world at Helios looked like.
It's warm and loving instead of cold and
tank-like. Yeah.
I think, too, like on the bed, there's going to be like a plush pixelated heart.
Yes.
Oh.
There has to be.
A little.
There has
There
to be.
are, however, two more things. First off, and there are two more things because I can't give you one of these things without giving you another one of the things.
Okay.
Inside the in this room, first off, there's a kind of out of place looking computer. Like it is like a 90s, early 2000s era,
Chunky.
like multiplex kind of computer, covered with stickers.
Cute.
Very much in place in this room. However, as you walk up to it and you feel it, you feel the top of the computer. You feel an innate sense of connection. You have an eye into Helios now. The second thing, which is it's sitting on the desk, and it's a little cube, little glass cube, with inside it a pulsing bit of pink energy, which has like in very nice font written on it, "Break glass in case of emergency."
Oh my god.
And what this is, and that you can instantly sense as you're picking it up, this is your power. And you realize you can only use this in case of emergency.
I have a one-time emergency.
No.
Power.
This is your transcendence power.
It's just a
speaking
physical
of
manifestation.
transcendence powers,
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I
Hold
am
on.
marking power source on your series playbook, as Pan is your power source, and this means that you as a group can mark a transcendent ability for the group, for the series. So unshakable or tireless. And then, as this is all going on, I've got a feeling that Hannah might not have followed Pan into her room.
No.
Because as Hannah walks into the lab, there's a new device that has been added onto the lab. It's like a big, chunky, white plasticky,
Yeah.
like that white metalish plastic
Mhm.
that a lot of like futuristic science stuff is made out of. And it has a iridescent colored barrier of hard light in front of it that as you walk in turns off. There's just a little like seating thing in it for where you could place items in there. And I'm going to mark purification on your serious play sheet.
Ooh, interesting.
Purification chamber gives you a +1 die to engagement for tier 1 missions.
Nice.
Wow.
And I'm at this point Hannah's probably just playing around with it because new
Oh yeah, I'm
toy.
like calibrating. I'm like poking it, having a good time.
And where is Kinley in all this?
I think if Hannah's open to it, Kinley has 100% followed her into the room and is just like fawning over everything. She's like, this is so cute. Just absolutely turned into a teenage girl in this moment.
That's so precious. No, I think as weird and overwhelming as the moment is, it's almost easier to have Kinley there to kind of like for her to kind of focus her energy on to like deal with the fawning and be like, thank you, Kinley. Yes, Kinley. Thank you, Kinley. Yeah.
And look, this pink perfectly matches the pink in my jacket. It's wonderful.
Oh wow. Oh, that's actually really nice. I like that. I like that. That reminds me. Yeah.
So what's the story behind this? Do you know? Is there a story? Do you know what this is?
I have no idea.
Do you know this band? Is that a band? I think that's a
I have
band.
no idea, but I like it.
Yes, I like it too. I've never heard of it, but they look very fun. They're all attractive.
Wait, we should investigate this together.
Certainly, yes.
Ah, this is kind of cool.
So,
and she's like hugging the little like box, and she's like, "This is really cool."
I mean, that doesn't seem very huggable. There's other cozier things to hug. But with that, did you? I've encountered things like that back there in the future.
Like the box?
No, the dragon thing.
Oh.
The terrifying shadow dragon thing that I was sure was going to eat you all. That's not supposed to be here yet, and you did that?
I didn't make a dragon.
No, but you made it not be a dragon anymore.
I guess so. I shot laser beams out of my hands at it.
That's truly incredible. I mean, I always knew you were powerful when I knew you, but this is a different kind of... You're continually impressive.
Thank you. I think.
You're very welcome.
I mean, okay. Kinley, I don't know a whole lot about how...
I don't either.
Fair. I don't know a whole lot about how your everything works. But if you're saying that in your timeline, that things weren't like this, like the dragons weren't supposed to be here yet, and I wasn't supposed to be this powerful yet, or I wasn't quite like this, does that mean that this is the worst timeline?
No. You're here and with us, and that makes it definitely not the worst timeline. You're not being used by Helios. With everyone thinking that you're an AI, you're not. No, this is... I mean, it's bad that the dragons are here, but butterflies, and I haven't had that talk with you. No, this is... I'm so glad you're here. And you're incredible. That's all I'm saying.
I'm glad I'm here too. It sounds like things are happening more different and more faster than what you're used to. And I don't know what that means.
Well, different is good.
Okay, I'll take it. This is weird and cool. And I think she just kind of plops herself down on the bed and just kind of sits and like also realizes, let's be very clear, this girl woke up from a coma less than 48 hours ago. Has had like multiple data storms run through her brain. Like, so she plonks down on the bed, realizes that she is simultaneously once again starvacious and exhausted, and is like, oh, Awa, like you see her shoulders slump. She's like, can I have all of the food again, and then all of the blankets, please? I'm sorry about what I said earlier.
So yeah, as you walk outside of the little room that there's now in the bookshop, you open the door and there's like that prank where you put a bucket of water on top of the door frame to like let the bucket of water fall on someone. You open the door and as you step out, there's just a whole bunch of blankets.
Aww.
Aww.
So it's up to you now. You have a bedroom now, so you can either bedroom or we can blanket fort again. Have you had curry?
I think I have. It sounds familiar. Let's have one.
We should have like I know of at least 4 kinds of curries. I think we should have all 4 of them.
I agree.
Hannah.
As that's happening, and right before Kinley says Hannah is messing with the new purification chamber. And I think after the initial excitement kind of dies off, all that's left is the adrenaline crash and the stress from the fight, how we very nearly almost died. The twins are missing.
Thank you, Pan.
She just kind of slumps. And as she's like looking back up and her transcendence begins to drop, the visor goes first, as it always does. And she catches her reflection in like that shiny siding of the purification chamber. And just for a split second, as she's looking at herself, her eyes are red before going back to their normal gold as the rest of her transcendence drops off in wilted flower petals. And in that sort of moment of glitch, the plants in the lab bristle a little bit. They grow thorns just momentarily before relaxing down as she just breathes through it, hands on the desk. And then like just taking a moment to breathe and hears Kinley call for her, musters up some strength. Hello? Yeah. Are we doing another slumber party?
Yeah, dinner time. We're gonna try
Ooh,
all
what
of
are we
the
having?
curries. All of the curries. All of
yes.
them. All of them. As
That
many
is
as
such
Awa
a
can
staple.
find. Yes. And rice and
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what else. There's gonna be so much
hungry.
food. I'm so
Non-bread.
hungry.
Awa, can you find the not spicy kind for me, please?
I would like medium
We
spicy.
almost died. You gotta have some spice.
Yeah.
I've had plenty. Hannah, just occurred to me. You've been on several missions now.
Yeah.
What's your guardian name? Who are you when you
like how
trans-
Enrico is Leyline
Mhm.
and the twins are Cadenza.
Mhm.
And she'll get like 1,000-yard stare for a second, almost as if like a thought has come to her. I think I'm gonna be Persephone.
Persephone. It's
That
beautiful.
feels right.
And how are you feeling? That was a lot.
So hungry.
Yes.
So hungry. Please.
All right, dinner
That
first
was
and
a
then
lot.
blanket fort, or dinner in the blanket fort.
Dinner in the blanket fort.
Yes.
Because Pan is going to like eat the last spoonful of food and immediately drop. Let's be very clear. Immediately,
Well
like no,
deserved.
there is no delay.
One Punch Pan is allowed to crash immediately after.
That was incredible. That was a big deal because last time we ran into one of those shadow things, it was a lot smaller, and we just talked it down. We talked it down, and it was fine. And you obliterated it.
And those can't be talked down, you know.
Those can't.
No, they're not supposed to be here yet. They're supposed to be like a 5-10 years in the future thing.
Well, that would have
Yeah.
been great to know before I was standing right in front of it. I thought we could talk to it.
I didn't know it was going to do that. Oh, by the way, the twins' father's on it as well.
And she like mimics the position she was in.
Yes.
Oh, good. Good.
I feel like I should add that I have a path into Helios. I don't know how. but like I could hear all of their communication, and I know
Well, that makes sense.
for a fact that what Kinley is saying is true. They
course I didn't
cannot
lie.
be reasoned with. Well, no, not that you lied, but just to I confirm, I verify that this is true because the monster shut off the radio and stopped listening, and the only way to deal with them is containment. And I think there were other things, but I don't remember. But
It's okay.
yeah.
Well,
That's amazing.
yes, you are truly amazing. I am very
Emma,
glad.
this is so much. This has been
It
the
has-
wildest
I am
time.
sorry that it's a lot
It's
on
okay.
what has to be a lot on your brain, but also it serves them right for doing that to you. You should be able to. Yes, that is only fair. Heck them.
Heck them.
We are all
You
in
really
agreement
are.
about the heck of them. Thank you. Food now?
Food.
Have you heard of a Snuggie?
No, I want one.
Yes, you do.
Ah.
Goes digging through cabinets.
So,
Hannah has found a coffee.
as the group, as the group enjoys their curry, we push forward into time a little bit, as we essentially go in what are after credit scenes. With the first one being a fairly short one. It's the twins' dad, who's standing in an office opposed their mother, his wife, and he's looking at her with. We knew what Project Nightfall does. Why would you set that on the city? Like, let alone those girls. They probably could have handled themselves. The city, that in our projections, that thing would have taken out probably an entire neighborhood before we could have contained it. And there's no. We couldn't have been silent about it. And his wife on the opposite side goes, I love you, but you have a terrible sense of the bigger picture. We've shown that it works. We've shown that it works now. Just think of what the people higher up will do with this. You and I, we're going to. There is no you and I. You can continue doing this work. You can continue doing this work on your own, but no. And he turns around, walks out of the door, and door slams shut. As we see an empty room, a room empty except for the twins' mother, who looks around, shrugs, picks up a phone. Yes, go ahead and terminate. Yeah. Okay. Clicks the phone down, and we end that after credits scene. I'm sure the twins' dad will be fine.
Stress.
As we continue into the next after credit scene, this is a few days later. It has Kinley and probably the rest of the team, as Kinley is trying to figure out what the hell happened with the twins. So, scene is in Awa, because you have all realized that as you're following the news, you are beginning to realize, wait, oh no, they're not letting up. In fact, they're using edited stills of the fight that you were having to make it seem like you're the bad guys, not the other way around. you're probably going to have to lay low for a long time. But where are the twins? If the twins are lost, then and they suddenly come back, you don't want to accidentally have them trouble. So who are all there and what are you trying to do?
I think, yeah, Kinley. I mean, obviously, we're laying low in Awa, and Kinley has explained kind of to everyone how this normally works, and how this has not ended the way it normally does. It's just like I don't. This has never happened before. Does that mean things are breaking? It's Am I
That's
broken?
what I was. Well, I was kind of trying to ask that when I asked about the worst timeline. But I don't think you're broken. We can stay here in Awa forever, right? Like that's okay, right?
Looks up at the rafters, asking permission. Like, is that? It's up to her.
Yeah. So as you are doing that,
I mean, you've got a bedroom, so I'm quite sure you're welcome.
Oh, as you're doing that, a cupboard swings open, and you look at it, and you immediately rush to close the cupboard because that cupboard contains like stacks and stacks of newspapers with all the horrific things that happened in the calamity. So that's Awa basically saying you could if you're a dick.
Oh boy.
No, I'm not. I'm trying. I'm daring to flap closer to the sun, Awa. I'm daring. I am trying. Right. No. And then looks at one particular newspaper with one particular headline and one particular photo and quickly snatches that up and sticks it back in. All right. So I don't know where the twins are. I don't know if we can. How do we even research this? I don't.
You have a lab, and I mean, magic really doesn't seem to have rules. I've tried. I have looked it over.
Maybe it's a connection thing. Can you
Maybe.
track my magical? Maybe there's like a tether that I just need to like tug it back.
Oh, I haven't tried.
Is that
what
angle.
is that a thing?
What if I try like feeling around in the city with my magic, like using the map network,
Or do you think it dumped them
like
somewhere?
a triangulation?
Oh, maybe.
Well,
I wonder if Leyline
maybe.
knows anything with the blinders.
Mhm. I'm honestly, this has never happened before. Like, I'm used to things that haven't happened before happening, but not where my magic is concerned.
So your magic has been consistent with your usage of it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me inconsistent with this timeline, but yes, outside of that inconsistency, it's very
Right,
consistent.
that's a whole other thing that is so wild to think about. Don't want to think too hard on that right now.
Mm-mm.
But if you say it's been consistent, you know what it's supposed to feel like. Do people just automatically come back from the exo-dimensional waiting room, or do you have to pull them back?
No, it just happened, and it doesn't take that long. Like, I can't keep them there terribly
That's
long,
so
and I
weird.
can't. Yes, it's very. I don't like this. If there's someone in my thing, I should be able to shake them out. I didn't.
Shake them out, Cat.
It's not working.
That's so odd.
Yeah.
I don't. If they're hurt, I would feel it, right? I would know if they were hurt.
You would know if they were hurt. I have no doubt. You all are such a connection.
Ken is like has like a map in front of her and is like putting her hands over it as if somehow it's going to like Google Maps like magical
Like a
locational
paper map?
dowsing rod. Yeah, like a paper map, as if she's some sort of human dowsing rod, like as if that's going to work. She's like she's got a franny face, like she's concentrating really hard, like
Kinder will join you and do the same.
I don't know if this is working, but that might just be me.
No, I feel something working. I'm sure this is working.
I don't
Let's
think
both
it's working.
concentrate. Puts one hand over Pan's. Together.
I don't
Okay,
think
no, I
it's
don't think it's working now.
So
Just
as
like
this-
mentally taking notes on how we think magic works.
Yeah, so as this continues, you eventually do reach out into the time stream. You all see Kinley do like this half transformation where they basically get like enough power to see into the time stream, and right before this scene cuts off, we hear we see Kinley looking into the unadulterated time stream, seeing all the timelines flying past, and there's only one thing that you don't see the twins, but you hear their song across the branches of the timeline, and then you're snapped out of it.
Oh, God, it's the headache. All right. Ooh, there's a lot of timelines out there. I don't know if you... And, like, came out with another puff of glitter, so just everything is covered in glitter.
I mean, it should be infinite. I can't imagine that not giving you a headache, right?
There...
Hands you some Advil.
Thank you. Like, takes it without thinking and starts chewing one, and...
No,
Okay, all right, no. Sorry, processing. I heard them, which isn't surprising because we can always hear them if they wanted to, but I couldn't figure out where. We'll
find them. We will.
I mean, they're clearly okay if we can hear their song.
Did it sound like a distressed song? It wasn't the song that Alto taught me, was it?
No, it is not.
All right.
Okay.
What you hear is just the song the song they always sing, like the song they sing if they're like just doing something, not really paying attention. It's
right. All right.
The thing they idly and tune they idly hum, and it's similar to the song that Alta taught you, but only in the sense that they're the same songs.
So it's not... They're not in distress. It's like they're biding their time. They're passing the time. I think
they're on vacation.
I hope.
Goodness knows they need it.
They deserve a vacation. Mm-hmm. Maybe it will make them friends again.
Oh.
Hannah?
Yeah?
How are you doing with all this? Are you handling? I know you take on a lot. Are you?
I'm processing. Not only all the information, I'm desperately trying to find a way to get that audio off of the phone that I gave you, because we were recording during that flight. There's got to be something we can use to spin a good story for us. I mean,
here's the flashing one too.
Oh, puts that in like a little containment box with hazard tape around it. That we're gonna call that a failed experiment. I'm gonna have to fix that one, or just come up back to the drawing board on that one. That one did not work. I might have to ask always for some new parts.
I was going to throw it to the dragon, to be honest.
Light seems,
maybe
that's a good thing.
That's a good idea.
Light really did seem to affect them, so keeping that in mind, making light technology will be a priority. And she's like frantically scribbling down.
Hannah, and like puts a hand over the pad to stop the scribbling, and leans in a little too close in that Kinley way. How are you doing?
How am I supposed to be doing?
That's not what I asked.
A lot. I've only known you for like 2 weeks now. I haven't been able to go home. I haven't been able to go back to my like normal life in a while. And what am I supposed to do? I'm loving this. This is incredible. Who gets to do this besides us? It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Something that no one's ever done before, gotten to see before, but man, is it scary. I don't know why I was picked for this, and you seem to always be so nervous around me, and you know Penn, and you know the twins, and you know me, but you won't tell me how you know me, and that makes me feel like I've done something wrong. Whether in this timeline or another one.
You have done nothing wrong. It's just
except for the times that I transform out of anger or fear, because that's all I'm feeling.
That's learning. That's learning. Like I said, we go back further than you know, and there's rather glad you don't know how far we go back. But
or forward.
Right, forward. That's what I meant. Very bad liar, Kinley.
Our friends.
I just want to make sure that you're okay and processing, and if you're ever... I know I'm not the leader that you all deserve, but you don't have to take it all on yourself, and if you need anything, you can always come to me, even if it's just to say I don't know how I'm supposed to feel.
Don't. I don't. I just know that I want to protect you. All of you.
Pen pipes up and she says, like she's off in her own little world. She's doing whatever she's doing. But like from whatever she is and wherever she's doing, she kind of just like pipes up and she's like, I think you're supposed to not be okay. And I think that's okay to not be okay.
And you just see like all this stress she's been holding like relieve as she just like cries and cries, like not sobbing, just like a release.
Aww. Pen will come over and give you a hug.
Yes, immediate group hug around.
All the hugs. That's better.
It's okay to not be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't okay. None of this is okay. But it will
it's
be.
Really not. But it will be. I mean,
Positive
I'm no longer in a tank. That's a good thing.
That's an amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, like, it can only get better from here? That's my hope.
I hope so.
Me too.
I feel like in order to make sure things can always get better, you should find one flavor of ice cream that you're tempted to try and not try it, so that there's always something.
Okay, and she'll like flip over her pad and write down Rocky Road, because she's never had that.
Pan is like mind blown and having to desperately think about which flavor she desperately wants to try and cannot live without, but also one that she can live with the suspense in. And like, she's like, what chocolate raspberry? No, I need that.
I need that.
Vanilla. No, I need that. Lavender.
Vanilla.
No, I need that too. Cherry. Maybe cherry. Oh, but cherry sounds really good too. I'll get back to you. Tiger stripes.
Ooh.
I can live in suspense. I can live with that suspense.
And I'll write that down and stick it on the bulletin board next to Rocky Road.
Amazing. So
they're such nerds. I love them.
I think that too is a very, very good place for the mid-season to end.
Oh.
And as the credits roll and we zoom out over the city, a city that doesn't realize how much it was just saved by the actions of 5 individuals that they have come to despise. All we are left with is the question: what will happen next in New Zenith? And with that, I'm going to thank everyone who's been here, and I'm going to thank all of you who've been watching this show. This has been ChronoBloom. I have been Tav, and this is Leona. Who are? What do? Why? How? When?
One punch Pan. One punch
Pan. That was even more epic than I expected it to be. It was great.
So good.
Oh my god, this has been amazing. Hello, my name is Leona. You can find me all over the internet at the Leona Maple and theleonamaple.cards.co. I am your friendly neighborhood DEI maven. I make everything better. Yeah.
Heck yeah,
Sorry,
you
I'm
do.
really sleepy. Thank you. I am also a TTRPG entertainer, personality, and a Twitch streamer. I recently streamed on Twitch, and we had a big old DEI Q&A about things like bleed and parasocial relationships and safety tools and stuff like that. And you get to learn about all of that stuff for free if you watch the VOD until it disappears from my Twitch in about 2 weeks. So, like, jump on that, because that's a good deal. Let's be very clear. That's a good deal. Otherwise, you have to buy it off my Patreon, which is, money. But that's deserved money. But still. Any hoozles, I have been Pan, aka Parvati, aka our unlikely hero, who is gonna be okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
And next up, Rosie. Who, what, why, how, and when Rosie?
It me. I'm Rosie, Sweet Rosie B, just about everywhere on the internet except Tumblr, where I am the Sweet Rosie B. I am a TTRPG performer, showrunner, producer. I make character art. I wear so many hats, and I love all of them. You can find me in December, on December 4th and 5th, doing a 2-shot of Brindlewood Bay on my channel, supporting Starlight's 12 days of streaming. It'll be guest GM'd by Jason Cordova, who created Brindlewood Bay. You're super excited for that. Then on December 7th, I know dates, we'll be running a one-shot of Tea Time Adventures' new adventure, Spirit of the Season. That will also be supporting 12 days of streaming. And then on December 16th, on Girls Run These Worlds, I will be GMing a Yuletide adventure in the Shire, which will have Kay in it. We are so excited to reprise those little hobbity roles. Find me at PAX U this week. That is so soon. Friday and Sunday, I will be running horror games with Gehenna Gaming. I will be running Kids on Bikes, Trophy Dark, and Call of Cthulhu. Get into registration early. It opens at 8 on the app. You will want to be there a little bit before because it can take a little time and they sell out in like 2 seconds. So if you went in on any of our wonderful games, be sure to do that. Also find me at PAX U if you would like a healing potion sticker. And that is all I have going on. I have them right
I will be
here.
finding you for other reasons, but oh my god, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And then, last but not least, Kay. What, why, how, and when will we be finding chaos?
Hey, yes, follow my chaos anywhere Chaotic Wholesome Productions can be found. That is usually at our Twitch channel. You can also find me on the Twits at KDamnFear or most of the social platforms. I'm either Chaotic Wholesome Presents, or at KDamnFear. Every Tuesday, join us for the Table Talk Show, where we talk all things TTRPGs from indies to intersectionality. Wednesdays, at least for a little bit longer, we are going to be doing the circus game, Pathfinder 2E Extinction Curse, where I'm playing Owenya, the My Little Pony tiefling, who is a complete and utter Dumbo. They get to do their big performance this Wednesday, and I'm very excited. It's going to be their first time performing in the circus. PAX Unplugged, I will be there all of the days with survival bags, including little sugar rushes and D20s and fidget toys and all the things you will need. Look for me. I normally have purple hair under the wig. My eyebrows are not this big, IRL. And on Friday evening, I will be on a streamed panel for Double Bubble Toil and Trouble Tarot Cards and TTRPGs. And Saturday evening, you can find me in Crab God Theater doing the Tales from the Tavern, where the audience asks the questions.
Yes.
And there's incredible people in that, including my good friend of the channel, Candace the Magnificent, Gabe Hicks, and Gamer Mom Luna is running it. Super excited for that. Save the date, December 17th. I'm going to be doing a D&D 5e charity one-shot, and y'all, I can't wait. I'm waiting on the last person to confirm. I can't wait to tell you who I got to play. I can't believe these people freaking roll dice with little old me, but yeah, I am so excited. Last year, we raised $2,300 for charity. Our goal is lower this year because times are hard, but holy cats, y'all. I hope you come along. It's gonna be time, and I will say the adventure is called A Lullaby for the Christmas Lich. And that's me.
Ooh.
Amazing. Also, little old you is not so little.
Yeah,
Little me is very small.
you are so not little
Small
and
but
so
big.
cool. Small but mighty.
Exactly. Anyway, I have been Tav. You can find Tav at YouTube. You're here. or potentially Twitch, in which case condolences for the quality of the stream. It's not me what hates you, it's Twitch what hates you. You can also support this on Ko-Fi or on Patreon. Links for that down there in the doobly-doo. It makes it slightly easier for me to pay costs, which I'm doing anyway. But if you like what I'm doing, I always appreciate the help. Beyond that, we have streams in December. Probably, I'll probably be recovering from PAX for a bit and taking a little bit of time off. The benefit of not having a set stream schedule is that you can also occasionally just disappear off the face of the internet and then return with something. But there will be charity things in December, and don't ask me what yet, because it's going to be based on whether or not I can hack a certain game that I really want to hack. If not, then it'll probably be a whole bunch of those games. Beyond that, I will be at PAX. Go meet me at PAX. You can just, if you see me, you can yell at me and we'll hang. I like coffee. We can drink coffee together. Beyond that, it's been an absolute delight playing with you folks, and we'll maybe see all of you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Ending.